one and only Brooklyn Hall. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
Time for our tale of the tape. Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. She's 5'5". Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor, one of the best to ever do it, fighting out of Ireland. Chantelle Cameron, super featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight. You pick the division. She is ready for a fight, and she's pretty darn good. A multi-weight world title holder.
Oh, pure bad blood.
Couldn't agree with you more, Johnny, but in fights, anything can happen.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Bray, Ireland, she became the 8th boxer in history to hold all 4 world titles, a 2-division world champion, and an undisputed women's lightweight champion of the world. Simply the best, Katie Taylor. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Northampton, England, a multi-weight division world champion, here is El Capo, Chantelle Cameron.
These two have been going at it, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
Todd, I love this place. The atmosphere is usually second to none if you get the right fights in.
And what I say you must obey. Good luck.
And we're running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. There's a scoring blow. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? They exchange punches. That's a scoring left hand. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round. That punch landed. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seemed like an eternity for them. Finally. There's the bell to start round 2. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Caution is being thrown to the wind. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Oh, those punches add up. exchanges from both women in this round. We wanted action, and they are delivering. So that left lands. She just misses with that big right hand. Fighter willing to slow down. Good punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. The bell rings and we start the third. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Fantastic punch. Shot with the left. And you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Right punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Back at it in round 4. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood card. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. He misses with that jab. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round. Good punch. No rest for the weary. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action. Here we go again. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And they are giving us action. These two were made for each other. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play clean.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. On to the sixth round. Their bell rung. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? She got out of the way of that right hook. These two are the perfect dance partners. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not many of the people in the division hit like them. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You're absolutely...
And there's the bell for round 7. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That one lands. Both want a highlight reel knockout. Left punch. Can they figure out the combination to this sink? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Just missed with that hook. Score with that left hand. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a... And we enter the 8th round. Phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hit to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Punch scores. Score with that right hook. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because...
Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, and what a heavy shot that was, and Cameron in real trouble here. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nobody home with that hook. And they are delivering. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. What a punch. That uppercut just missed. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down. There's the bell for round 10. Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You can't find a home for that jab. She misses with the jab. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Some nice exchanges from both women in this round. Back to life now, starting to land some punches. Throws the uppercut but misses. This round could go either way, 10 seconds to go. And El Capo is down. 1, 2, 3, 4. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.